guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, I'm Tess, what's up? I would not complain if you click that subscribe button down there. And if you got a notification, or if you're just coming back because you watch my videos, hi, welcome back. You poppin', you good, I love you. Today's video, as you've seen by the title, it's how I failed my license. I'm making this video so people who are going to try to take their driver's license do not make the same mistakes I did. So, fair warning, these are really stupid mistakes and maybe you guys won't do the same mistakes I did. And if you're watching this and you haven't taken already, practice makes perfect, and you just need patience because eventually you'll get it. So I'm gonna start by saying it took me I failed twice. I got my license on my third try. I just got it like a couple days ago. Woo! So happy! So the first time, let me tell you this. The place that I went to was in my city. The guy was so rude. I've heard people tell me like he's mean, he's an asshole, but they were right. He was just like a mean little tiny guy. He was small, but like he could like fuck you up in a fight. Like you don't want to mess with him. So that didn't really make it better because honestly I get super nervous when I'm like, especially with somebody I don't know, and if they're really mean. Everything was going perfectly fine. Like he would be like, turn right here, turn left here, turn here, blah, blah, blah. Turn right at the lights, turn right at the intersection. And it just went on like that. And then it came on to the parallel parking. Oh my gosh. Okay, the parallel parking. Honestly, parallel parking isn't my thing. Like, I don't really like it. Like, I practice. I could honestly do it kind of, sort of, with like, because I practiced with my cousin because I took her car to do the test. So, honestly, with her, like, I was used to it. I was like, I can do it with her because I've practiced with her so many times. But when it came to doing it with him, something just like something, I got so much like anxiety and I was so anxious, and I don't know, he was giving me a weird vibe, but like whatever. So we were pulling up to the vehicle. He's like, parallel park here. I'm like, all good, whatever. So I'm like looking behind me and I accidentally messed up. You guys won't believe what I messed up. I messed up the brakes and the gas. You're supposed to back up slowly, so my foot was like over, I thought, was lightly over top of the brakes. My foot went on the gas. So instead of, I was like pulling it, I was like, why am I slowing down? So I thought the gas was the brakes, and I went so fast, right onto the sidewalk. And if you guys know, if you hit the curb or go over top of the curb, it's an automatic fail if you don't know how to parallel park. So that kind of messed me up. That was an automatic fail. He still took me for the rest of the test, and then he just like was like, let's go over your mistakes. You failed. Also, I really want to state that when I was backing up really fast and going onto the sidewalk, he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, honestly, being a freaking drama queen, like, really dramatic. And, like, honestly, all I could think about is, like, dude, like, your career choice was to be, like, to take people on driving tests to pass and fail them. Like, you should have chose like Broadway or like some drama freaking class, because like he would totally ace that. And my points were 60. You have a 75 and then you fail 75 points, and I got a 60, so I would have passed, but I messed up hard on the parallel parking because common sense, maybe you should like look and make sure it's not the gas and the brakes. So that's just like a tip for you guys, like be extra cautious, whatever. The second time I tried for my license, I did the same guy. I was like, whatever, he'll remember me. It's gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna be okay. I know the route he's gonna take me on. Everything is all good. So he didn't remember who I was. Because he was like, I don't know who your instructor was last time, but I take you on this test. I was like, you were my instructor, but like, all good. You don't remember me. Good job. And we went on the road. I knew exactly the turns he was taking me on. I honestly thought I was doing pretty good. I was like, I'm rocking this. Like, this is actually like my shit. Like, I know everything. I know how to do everything. I was super confident, maybe a little too confident. And the parallel parking comes up. I pull up to the vehicle. I go all right. Like, it's actually a pretty good parallel park. And he's like, he opens the door, looks at the curb, and then closes the door and looks at me. And I was like sitting there waiting for him to say something. And I'm like, what do you want to say? Like, what's going on here? And he's like, well, you're way too far away from the curb. And I was like, okay, well, can I try again? He's like, yeah, I'll let you correct this. So then I backed up. I thought he meant like I could try again. So I was like, okay, like whatever, I'll just pull up, try again. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I thought you said I could try it again, like correct it. He's like, yeah, from where you were. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. So then I just stayed where I was. And then I pulled up to the curb, and he was like, he took out his freaking, because they got a little freaking clipboard. He's like, does this look as far away as you are to the curb? And I'm like, no, like, okay, fine, like whatever, I'm a little too close now. He's like, it's supposed to be this far apart, but like whatever, like you can get it. So he didn't like fail me, whatever. But of course he like docked off points. The next came to the uphill parking or the downhill parking. He was like, pull over here, pretend this is a hill, because there wasn't a hill where I'm from. He's like, pretend this is downhill. So you turn your wheels all the way to the right. Yeah, you turn your wheels all the way to the right, pretend it's a hill, so your vehicle would go this way, and then you put your emergency brake on. So I put the emergency brake on. He was having a little spiel, talk with me. He's like, where's your wheel supposed to go? So I was like, all the way, like over here. Like, okay, why are you asking me? I just did it perfectly fine. And then I think this is why he was talking, because he's trying to like distract me. And then he was like, okay, let's go. So I untwisted my wheel and I tried to go. I wasn't moving anywhere. And mind you, this was in the winter time. So like on the sides of the road, there's so much snow and like you can slip and like you can't get out of the snow pile. So there was snow and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Like I'm stuck. And I kept doing it. And then there was some like red flashing light on the dash and it was just beeping and I didn't really pay attention to it. I was just like, I want to get out. So I kept pushing on the gas as like the turbo's going crazy back there. Like everything's just going crazy. Everything's making noise. The thing's flashing. Like I'm like, holy shit, I just fucking failed. So I look at him and I'm like, you know what? I don't know how to get out of this. Like, can you tell me? And he's like, do you really want me to tell you? And I was like, yes, I can't get out. And he's like looks right down. He's like, your emergency brake's on. Oh. My emergency brake was on. What? Okay. I wasn't stuck. My emergency brake was on. I was going nowhere. Oh my God. It was so bad. So I was like, I just kind of laughed, but he didn't think it was freaking funny at all. He did not think it was funny, but I did because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm stupid. So he's like, pull out, let's go back to the registry. And then we go back to the registry. He's like, let's go over your stuff. I'm like, all good, I failed. I knew I failed because like he was being mean by the end of it. Like he was so mad. He's like, may I also state that if you were to keep pushing on the gears and changing the gears, that we would have been standing out in the freezing cold. We would have had the tow truck take us, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, I don't give a shit if you were cold, like, whatever. Like, you are an asshole. Like, you're going to hell. You're so mean to all these little people. God, I'm not even that bad of a driver. Oh my goodness. But he was like freaking out. He's like, you could have had me waiting outside for the tow truck to take this car away because you changed the gears fast and then you tried to get out when the emergency brake on. He's like, that's very dangerous. There was beeping noises. There was this. I'm like, I didn't know. Okay, I forgot. Okay, like I never did that because I usually got it every time because I'm not that stupid. I don't know what was going through my head. Like, don't take off the emergency brake. What? And then he's like, yeah, you failed. And I got 80 points this time. And he was like, what'd you get last time? I'm like, 60. He's like, well, you have a lot of practicing to do. And then he just walked out. And I was like, okay, whatever. Got a lot of practicing to do because you're a fucking asshole and you wanted to knock me on everything. Because he was so picky the second time rather than the first time. It was freaking unbelievable. So then I tried again and I got it. I went over everything. I went into a different town. It was a woman that took me. She was like strict, but she was really nice too at the same time. So she both had points to state, but she was also kind of nice about it. Because this guy was like, right, left, right, straight. If I don't say anything, you keep going straight. Like that's literally what he was doing. I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not doing anything like that. But this girl would be like, okay, can you please turn right here? Can you please turn left here? And she's like at the intersection, and I accidentally messed up. Like I didn't turn left when she said to, and she was like, oh, I meant back there, but it's okay, let's go to the next one. So she knew me, she got me, like, oh, she was nice. And then afterwards, like she went over top of the thing. She's like, just remember to do this next time. Remember to do this. Let's add up your points, and you passed. And I was like, whoa! Let's a party! Let us party like ti amo, like mi amor, like my love, like thank you so much for passing. She's like, all I can tell you is like drive safe. I'm like, I will. So yeah, honestly, I'm so happy that I finally got it. And if you guys are trying and you can't seem to get it and you think that you're never gonna get it, you will. Just, it takes time, patience, you guys, patience. Things take time, and that's okay. Because I honestly, the second time I didn't get it, I was like, I'm never getting it again. Like, I'm never gonna get it. How long is it gonna take for me to freaking get it? Because it's just my nerves that are getting up. So all I can give you advice is practice, practice, practice. Patience, patience, patience. And just believe in yourself. Because if you don't, it's like harder, and then your nerves get up and all that stuff. So just practice, and things take time. So I love you guys so much. That was like kind of like a story time rant, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. Stay weird and be you. And I love you guys, and until next time. Mwah.